Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Apuborama, and in today's video, we are taking a look at the Canis Castigator. This is the newest SUV that has been added into Grand Theft Auto Online. It's very clearly based off of some sort of Jeep. I'm pretty sure you guys will let me know in the comments, but in today's video, we are not focusing on real life. We are going to be seeing what the customization, performance, and top speed of this SUV is. If it's one of the best, if it's one of the worst, well, we are going to find out. I'm actually quite excited to see what this vehicle has going for it, as it looks pretty cool fully upgraded, and even though stock it might look lackluster, I bet you it's got a little bit more customization than you probably think. Let's start off very briefly talking about the price tag, which is $1.65 million. We can see it right here on Southern San Andreas. That's not too expensive, especially for a, newly released vehicle, but it is an SUV, and as we know, SUVs really aren't the most impressive category of vehicle. Usually you're looking more in the sports or super category. But there are some advantages of SUVs. They're usually good at off-roading, and they feature good performance, where off-road vehicles might not have that. So what can we do here? We got the stock trim, and then we can do primary trim with extended arches. You know what? Fine, we'll go with the primary trim with extended. Why not? We can put brakes on it. We got some bumper options, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got some big old boy bumpers. So we can go do black alt bumpers. We can do a black bull bar. I kind of like that bull bar. That one's kind of sick. Then we have a secondary alt bull bar. I'm going to go with a secondary alt bull bar, and then I'm going to make it chrome. That's the idea. Then we have rear bumpers, and look at that. Now, personally, I kind of like the black looped bar, so I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. I kind of think that looks cool, but personally, I'm going to go with the black looped bar. Or not black, we're going to go with secondary. And then when we get over to the color, I'm going to make it chrome, because I think that's going to look sick. So we have some exhaust options. Honestly, none of them are too impressive. We'll go with the titanium tip. That looks pretty good. We can change the grille, and yeah, we're going with the intercooler. That looks freaking epic. We can change the hood. That also looks epic. So we can either do plated hood with a mark. So what's the difference here? We can either do a primary competition hood or a plated hood. I don't really see much. Oh, I see. It has the little vents on the side. Well, obviously, we're going with the primary competition hood Mark III. That looks freaking epic. Not going to worry about the horn. We can do xenon lights on the front. We have livery options. So we've got white stripes and black stripes on the side. We got more white and black stripes, except this time they're on the front that go all the way back to the bottom. We got red trimmed, and ooh, I really like that there. I might go with the red trimmed stripes. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. We got black Canis stripes. We got Canis graphics. Just kind of your basic stuff. Ooh, this one's pretty sweet too. But personally, I'm going to go with what we currently have. And then I'm going to do either a blackish color or a red. And I'm thinking red is the way I'm personally going to go. Either Torino or Formula. We're going to go with Formula. I like that little bit darker. And then for the secondary color, as I said, I'm going to be doing chrome. That way we have the bull bar on the back and the front, which I think looks freaking cool. We're not going to worry too much about any of the other stuff. We will do a trim color. Why not make it red as well, just to match the exterior? Okay, so we got roll cage designs. Obviously, if we're going to make this a rally vehicle, we are going to give it a roll cage. Doesn't look like it changes the interior all too much. I actually like the race setup with custom seats. So that's what we're going to go with there. We got roof design, so we can do modern roof lights. We can do classic roof lights. And then we got just kind of your basic designs. Personally, I kind of like the classic. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to go with the modern one. I think that looks better. I take it back. We got skirts that we can put on the side. And once again, we're going to be doing the secondary. What type of skirts do we want? I kind of like the sidebars. That looks pretty cool. I don't want anything that goes below the actual body of the car, and that's because of the fact it's going to lower my suspension, which makes it worse for off-roading. So we can do this freaking massive spoiler. We can do a competition wing. Now, this is probably the one I'm going with, the race wing. I like that. Definitely the best out of the bunch. I think that one looks the cleanest. We're gonna do what sun strips? Whatever, we'll just do a plastic sun strip, doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna leave the suspension maxed up, and that's because I want this thing to also have some decent off-roading capabilities. We're gonna put some off-road tires on it, and I think that's gonna make the vehicle much more enjoyable to drive and better for off-roading capabilities. So just like that, we have indeed fully upgraded our vehicle. And I think it looks absolutely epic. I don't know what you guys think about this, but I really like the design we got going for it. I think the chrome looks epic, the way that it's on the front, the way that it's on the back. I love the way the red stands out. As I said, this thing has way more customization than you would think. All the lights work, which is really rare when it comes to Rockstar. And this thing feels really fast. So we're going to start off by going over to the highway and figuring out this vehicle's top speed. And then we're going to go see how it can perform in terms of lap time. As you can see, we are on the highway and ready to find out the top speed. I have a feeling it's going to be better than I'm expecting. I'm guessing around a $120, but it's accelerating pretty quick as we can see. Already 90, that's 100 miles per hour. But we still got a ways to go. Oh, maybe not. Holy, 118. There you go. That's 120 already, which means this is quite the speedy SUV. 126. Oh my. Wow, this is way faster than I expected it to be. Well, actually, it looks like we reached the top speed. It's 125 miles per hour, which is actually really good. That puts it on par with basically really fast sports cars. And judging that this is all-wheel drive, it's all going to be down to the handling. And I have a feeling the handling's actually going to be surprisingly good. So let's bring it over to the test track and see what it can do. All right, let's get lined up. And here we are. 3, 2, 1, full speed ahead. You can definitely see the all-wheel drive capabilities of this vehicle when just doing a takeoff there. It is so much easier in this just to instantly get off the line, where if you're in a rear-wheel drive vehicle, you have to be a lot more cautious. But this is a large car, and that means it's going to have to take these corners a bit slower. However, it's still not bad. I can tell you that for a factoroni. Alright, so let's roll around this corner here. Pretty good stuff. It's actually a bit slippier than you would expect it to be, but that's not too big of a problem. As I said before, it is all-wheel drive, so it's not that big of a deal. You just need to be very careful if you're driving very fast to not overcompensate. So we are now making our way through Vinewood Hills. We're going to slow down just a little bit, make our way up here. Nice. Okay, keep going. Hold that accelerator, make it around this corner. Nice again, and keep going. Oh yeah, look at that. We are keeping our speed. We are going fast. Really no issues so far with the car. I mean, I expected it to drive a lot worse than we're currently experiencing here. There you go. And it's got really good acceleration too. Already up to 110. Now we're on the downhill gradient, 120. Holy, oh, we almost got to 130 there. But you will notice again that its grip is surprisingly weird. I would have expected an all-wheel drive SUV to have better grip. It's not a problem, you just put on the brakes, and it has really good braking capabilities, which is actually quite nice, but you can definitely see it likes to spin its tires, which the only problem with that is it causes you to lose speed when you spin your tires. That's not exactly what I want here when doing a lap, but we're doing alright. Let's roll around this corner. Beautiful. Okay. Got this corner. Ooh, nice little juicer there. And just like that, we have basically completed the majority of the course. Now all we have to do is make it to the end. I am really interested to actually see how we finish. I'm going to guess around 2 minutes and 30-ish seconds. It's hard to really tell because it definitely handles worse than like a sports car. But, I mean, the speed, look at that, 129 when downhill here. That's really quick. Obviously, the top speed is 125, but when you hit little bumps and things on the road, it increases your vehicle, which is very, very nice. So, let's roll around this corner, and here we are done. Wow, that was actually way better than I expected it to be, and that's especially the case judging that that was the first attempt I had when it came to the lap there. So I guarantee if I had a couple more attempts to get a feel for this vehicle's handling, I could easily shave off 1, 2, maybe even 3 seconds. And that would actually be rather impressive. So this might just be the best SUV that has been added into the game. It's fast, it's got great handling. I'm not going to say it's better than some of the HSW SUVs, but it's still really good, especially if you play on PC like me, or you play on any of the older gen consoles, because you aren't going to be able to get the HSW upgrades. But yeah, this is surprisingly good, if I'm going to be real. I really did not expect this car to handle this well. And I can also be real, I wanted to test it off-road a little bit. This thing's handling really well off-road. I mean, obviously I have off-road tires on the vehicle, which does give it more grip, but it's doing more than fine off-road. The only reason I've been spun out there is because I'm giving it a little bit too much power. Yeah, this is a great SUV. So if you do want to pick up this vehicle, I think it's a more than justified price tag, and I think this is a bit of a sleeper. I think a lot of people are going to kind of say, oh, this car is just an SUV, but I don't think that's the case, and I don't think that's the right judgment. This is really fast, it's really fun to drive, and I actually think it looks pretty cool, especially from the front. This thing looks like a beast. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.